Okay, we're down in the panhandle of Florida, and we're going to this little town called Apalachicola in the panhandle of Florida. Okay, so we're gonna we just passed by a couple of hotels. It says historic district, so we're gonna be going directly into that. And I'll keep the camera going, and we got a little bit of rain, so you're gonna get a little bit of windshield wiper action. Let's focus on some of the housing, so you can see what that looks like to the sides. And I saw one thing that said oyster capital of the world. So that's something. I don't know if it's the world, but it's probably definitely a major oyster player. It's not a one street light town because we just hit our first street light. There's a little Izzy's Cafe. Okay, so it looks like you definitely have some businesses here. Here's another. There's a pharmacy over here and some other businesses, and a Piggly Wiggly over here. And it looks like the housing styles are kind of cool. Lots of porches, cool stuff like that. There's a wellness center over there. Culligan Water. And we got a church up there. This is Mount Zion Baptist Church. And we're just gonna go right into, I think we're gonna this leads right to the downtown, and then we'll kind of take the camera around and kind of see what else we can show you here. So here comes up, I think this might be the main stoplight. I think it's a small town, but we're gonna find out soon. I think it's still like 2,000–3,000 people. So there's a Subway restaurant over there as part of that gas station. Got some bikes on this thing, so there's somebody came all the way from Texas to come to Apalachicola, and there are hotels here too, so that reflects an interest. Okay, there's a boat and car show over there, and there's some people in that restaurant down that way. Can't quite read it. Oyster Bones. Okay, so that reflects the oyster interest of the city. There's some boats down that way. But we'll just go through the town center. And I think I'm gonna just go to the side boutique shops. If I go down the middle, you won't really see very either side very well. But if I flip it to one side, at least there's some waterways over that way. So we'll I think we're gonna angle to the left. There's some Raw Bar, Station Raw Bar. Looks like a I guess that is another oyster reference. Raw Bar. Okay. So let's keep on going. And I don't know, we got a bridge up here, so we got more stuff to the left here. So let's just go up this bridge and see. Historic district ends, Florida Heritage. So I don't know, but this bridge will be something. So we're gonna take the camera over the bridge. You can see it over there, and then we'll be able to see the town over here. So I think we'll actually be able to get an idea of what the town looks like from this bridge. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to turn the camera off, and then I'm gonna come back on this bridge anyways, and then we'll have another view. Oh, okay. So that's what we're gonna be going down, is this one, but I'm gonna turn around as soon as I get a chance. So it looks like we have a we have that. So let me turn around and go back into the town. It's kind of cool though. Historic Apalachicola and Florida Seawood Festival Apalachicola. So let's head back in town and go over that bridge. Here we go. Okay, so now we have a little bit of a sense of that town, and we're gonna follow this bridge and go right back into it again. And I'll try to keep the camera on and give you a little bit of a view of this. It's kind of a small town, but I think we're going to see a lot of interesting architecture. So the first chance I get, I'm going to take a right. And then I think it kind of goes along the water there, and I think that this whole area is kind of a space. You see, can I go that way? Nope. So the first right I see, I'm going to take it. Which it looks like it's going to be this one. So let's follow that down. So, okay. So it looks like we have some other types of things. The Owl Cafe. So we're going to go all the way down. Some other things on that side too. So let me just see. Oops. Sorry. There's people crossing the street. So I was okay, so I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go down this little road. And now we're going to follow here, Nautico. And that over there is the waterfront. So all these homes are on the waterfront. Oyster references. And I will go in to this one. And I'm going to turn around. And go back the other way. There's a bridge way down that way again, the one I went over top of. And then this is what we're looking at now. And you can see Seafood Boss Oyster references, Oyster Republic. Kind of a cool town. They call this like kind of, oh, there's a waterfront over there. That looks nice. They call it Old Florida. Oh, I hate to move the camera around that quick, but let me just focus on one side. So we're gonna just focus on this side, and I'll just keep the camera going for now, and we'll just drive through so you can see the quaint downtown. And then there's a lot of balconies, which is pretty cool. Reminds me of something that you would see like in New Orleans or Mobile, and I think other spaces as well along, you know, kind of those balconies that overlook, which is there's a vintage saloon, it said. Some tourists. Okay, so we're gonna continue going around the town a little bit and give you a sense of what this town is all about by driving. And it looks like I think up here we're gonna get to the periphery part of the town. It looks kind of small. I looked at it on Google Maps. Oh. And so I think that this kind of reaches the end of it. And I would be kind of curious to know, I think a lot of it is kind of forestry, because I can see when I look at the Google Maps, I can see that there's a lot of density. So that's that direction. And I'm gonna go back into the town. And then my plan this time is to go back in, and then I'm going to go into some of the side streets and just kind of take a look at the housing, because I think it's kind of interesting housing in this area. Yeah, I'm looking down side streets. I'm not going to move the camera all over the place, but that's the downtown over there. And now I'm going to move into one of these little side streets, and I'll move the camera over just so you can see from the side. There's definitely stuff on both sides, but you won't really see anything if I'm in the middle. But at least this way you kind of get a chance to look at the housing styles. Oh, and I'm looking to the right, and there's some pretty interesting stuff. But again, I'm going to just stay on one side. Okay, well, I'll go this way. So it looks like we'll just go. Oh, there's some nice. That's a cemetery right there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just keep on driving straight. harvesting. There's a little community garden right there. Old fire truck right there. Okay, so I'm gonna go down one of these roads. Here's the foliage. Nice homes. And now I remember when I first came in, there was a Piggly Wiggly. There it is over there, straight ahead. So I'm going to cross this street. I just go down some of these side streets some more, just to give you like the full idea of the homes around here as well as the downtown. So we're gonna work our way back to the downtown as well. But oh, I see some nice homes coming up here, so we're gonna keep going straight, and then we'll go back into the downtown. So yeah, this one is a modest one, but this one is kind of cool with that porch. And that one looks really cool with that kind of like a barn rooftop, interesting thing. And I feel like I'm seeing both sides. So there's interesting stuff on both sides, but this one right here is one of the ones that I've been seeing around, is this style. And I guess I'll show you on the other side. Here's a little golf cart. So you can see some really interesting housing like that, right? So I'm going to keep on going. There's another nice, interesting looking house right there. So I'm going to keep on going straight. There's a nice one right there. It's all boarded up though. I mean, all the shutters are closed, which is interesting. And I apologize if I'm moving the camera, but I can see a pier down that way. You know what I think I'm going to do? Downtown is that way, but it's better if I hold the camera this way, just so you can see the ocean. Then you can see some of the homes that are on the ocean, like this one. And you got some, there's like a plots of land right there too. I'm kind of surprised that there's plots of land. That house right there looks like it's newly built. It's like, that one has like a little pier that goes out. Okay, there's a little kiosk. Pretty cool little town. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back into the town, and then we can highlight some of these houses that we see along the way. I just saw a sign that said warning, golf cart tracking, golf cart crossing ahead. But yeah, I like this town. It's like a nice community, basically. Nice community. Right on the Pacific, right on the Gulf. That's a nice one. Right on the Gulf of Mexico. That's a real nice one too. There's a lot of homes like that. Like, it looks like those balconies are just beautiful. Some of them have, I see another one on the right had rocking chairs out, and like a nice place to spend. I just saw on the right, you can only see half of what I'm seeing. There's one right there, but I've been seeing little golf carts. So I think people in this town, you know, they'll just kind of go around on a golf cart, which is a great way to move around. Okay, so I am gonna go back through the downtown in a moment, but I see something kind of interesting over here. And I think I can, so there's our bridge right there. And I think what I'm gonna do, there's a downtown down that way, but I am gonna try to go all the way down here, because it looks like people bring their boats out down this way, under this bridge. And there you go, you can see it over there. So yeah, I think this community, you know, I think they might do, I saw that too down in Tarpon Springs. There's this community of also oysters too. It's kind of near St. Petersburg. There's definitely cool stuff down all different directions. But what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go back into the downtown and give you an idea what that looks like one more time. So I feel like I didn't really do that yet fully, but I will right now. And then once we go through it a little bit, then we're gonna end the video, and that would be a taste of Apalachicola for you. This is what I'm looking at right now. And I think actually I need to go. Look at that, nice. It's an inn. You can stay there. So now I'm gonna go into the downtown right here, and I think I'm gonna just keep the camera on this side. It's actually, that inn is like one big large city block. Got Back Street Garden Gallery, you got the tavern for grill. And then I'm going to turn the camera off in a tiny little bit. But yeah, this is Apalachicola. Pretty cool little town. Apalachicola. Nice touristic appeal as well. And it must be fantastic to live here.